Milo the mouse lived with his big brother, Max. They had the coziest mouse hole. It was small, but warm and comfy. And they slept snuggled up in little beds made of the softest, silkiest wool. Their mouse hole was tucked away inside a wall. Max had chosen it long ago when they were looking for somewhere to live. This was perfect, he said. It was a bedroom wall in a house that belonged to a human family. So it was quiet and peaceful, especially at night. Tucked up in their beds in the mouse hole, Max and Milo enjoyed long nights of deep, dreamy sleep. They dreamed of cheese most of the time, especially yummy cheddar cheese, which was Milo's favourite. Usually, Max and Milo both slept so well. There was only one problem. Max was a snorer. On some nights, Milo would wake up from a wonderful dream of cheese and hear Max snoring. Sometimes it was a snuffling sound, and sometimes it sounded like he was chuckling to himself. Max made some very funny noises. Milo didn't mind it that much when his brother snored, except when it woke him up from an especially good dream. Occasionally, he wished he had his own mouse hole, where nothing would ever bother him, and he could enjoy endless dreams of cheddar cheese. So, one morning, Milo made a decision. Over a breakfast of toasted breadcrumbs, he told Max what he was going to do. "It's time for me to find my own mouse hole," said Milo. "After all, I'm nearly grown up. Too grown up to share a hole with my brother. I'm going to look for a new place to sleep at night." Max smiled. It was so like his little brother, always wanting to try things on his own and be more grown up. He wished Milo good luck. "But remember," said Max, "there will always be a bed for you here." After breakfast, the two mice hugged goodbye, and Milo set off on his adventure. He felt so grown up. He left the mouse hole and scuttled happily across the bedroom carpet. The bedroom belonged to a child, a human of 4 or 5 years old, so there were toys all over the floor. Milo had to find his way through a maze of gigantic, colourful building blocks and shiny toy cars. What a mess, thought Milo. Personally, he liked to keep his space nice and clean. It was something his brother had taught him. always tidy up. Well, never mind, thought Milo. It didn't matter, especially as he was leaving the bedroom anyway. He scurried through the maze of toys, then continued down the hallway, down the stairs, all the way to the living room. This room was bright and clean, with a beautiful wooden floor. When Milo walked across it, his paws went click, click, click. And hidden behind the sofa was a spacious mouse hole. Milo smiled when he saw it. Yes, he decided, this would be his new home. He spent the day decorating and making a comfy bed out of feathers, which he found in the sofa cushion. Soon, it was night time. Milo usually went to bed early, at around 7 o'clock. Like most mice, he needed a lot of sleep. So just before 7 o'clock, Milo settled down in his soft, feathery bed. Usually, his brother tucked him in and said, "Good night." It was a little strange not having Max there. But Milo reminded himself that he was a big mouse now. He was almost grown up, so he didn't need his brother to tuck him in. Anyway, he would go to visit Max tomorrow and tell him all about his new home. Milo closed his eyes. He was feeling tired now and looked forward to a good night's sleep. But just as he was starting to drift off, he heard a strange sound. Something was making noises outside his mouse hole. It was like voices and music all mixed together. Oh no, thought Milo. It was worse than Max's snoring. He sat up sleepily, rubbing his eyes with his paws. Then he got out of bed and crept outside to see what was going on. Milo could hear voices from above him. The human family were sitting on the sofa, chatting to each other. And when Milo peeked out from the edge of the sofa, he could see the big TV on the opposite wall. The screen was full of flashing, moving pictures. And it was making all kinds of sounds. Milo sighed. He couldn't sleep here tonight. Not with these noises. He would have to try another room. So he scurried across the living room floor, all the way to the kitchen. This room had black and white floor tiles, like a big chessboard. Milo's paws went tap, tap, tap as he scuttled across the floor, until he reached another mouse hole. There was here. He could smell all the lovely cooking smells. His whiskers twitched as he sniffed the air with its cheesy aroma. He thought, delicious. He would be quite happy here, surrounded by yummy smells. After making himself a bed out of kitchen towel, Milo curled up, ready to sleep. He let out a big, squeaky yawn and closed his eyes. But just as he could feel himself nodding off, he heard another noise. It sounded like clinking and clanking, mixed with a great gush of water. What on earth could it be? Milo got up and went to find out. When he took a peek outside, he saw what was making all the noise. The man who lived in the house was standing by the kitchen sink. He was wearing yellow gloves and washing all the pots and pans. Oh dear, thought Milo. How could he sleep with all this clinking and clanging? Not to mention the gushing water. He would have to keep looking. There had to be a quieter room somewhere. Then Milo had an idea. It was the humans who were making all the noise. At the moment, they all seemed to be downstairs, watching TV in the living room and washing up in the kitchen. If the humans were downstairs, then Milo should go upstairs. There, at last, he would surely find some peace and quiet. So Milo sleepily climbed the stairs, yawning with each step. The carpet felt so soft under his paws. It would be nice, thought Milo, to curl up and go to sleep right there. But he kept going, all the way upstairs and down the hall, until he got to the bathroom. It was dark, cozy, and completely silent. He couldn't hear a single noise. Thank goodness, thought Milo. He began to look around the bathroom, searching for a mouse hole. Luckily, he soon found the perfect spot in the wall. It was hidden behind a basket full of clothes, and the hole was so small that Milo could only just squeeze in. But this would do for tonight, he decided. He didn't need a lot of room, just a quiet place to sleep. So once again, Milo made himself a bed. This time, it was a soft nest of cotton balls. It wasn't quite as soft as his old bed, but it was comfy enough. And Milo was so sleepy, he knew he would drift off in no time. Yawning, he curled up in his cottony bed. Then he closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and then opened his eyes. What was that noise? It sounded like gushing water again, but it was louder than before, like a rain shower or a waterfall. Milo huffed and got out of bed, and once again he popped his head out of the hole to see what was going on. He discovered that in the bathroom someone was using the shower. The glass was all steamed up, and the water was gushing down. Milo stood there for a moment, listening to the shower. This was a nice sound, at least. The flowing water was loud, but it was relaxing too. Perhaps if he stayed here a little longer, he would get used to it and fall asleep anyway. Then he shook his head. No, he didn't want to stay here. Not when there was another, much quieter room just down the hall. Soon, Milo was back where he started, in the bedroom. But this time, to his surprise, the floor was clean. The toys had all been tidied away. Milo was very pleased about this. Now it was much easier for him to move around the room. Instead of weaving between the toy blocks and cars, he would walk straight across the open space of the carpet. And although it was dark now, he had no problems finding his way. He knew exactly where he was going. When he reached the mouse hole, he looked around. There was Max, curled up in his bed. And there was Milo's own bed, looking so warm and soft. Milo let out a big, happy sigh. It felt so good to be home. Just then, Max woke up. He smiled, delighted to see his little brother. Then he got out of bed and prepared a simple meal for Milo. A delicious cheese sandwich. As Milo ate, he told Max all about his adventures. It had been fun, he said. The house was so big, and there was still so much to explore. But exploring was for the daytime. At night, he would much rather be here, at home with his brother. Once Milo had finished his midnight snack, he got into his cozy woolen bed. Max tucked him in and said good night. Then he went back to his own bed. Milo snuggled down happily. He'd tried so many different beds today, but this was the comfiest of them all. And it had that lovely, familiar smell. The smell of home. Then he heard a familiar sound. Max snoring quietly. Milo had heard so many sounds today. The TV, the pots and pans, the shower. In comparison, Max's snoring was like a soothing lullaby. Milo was feeling sleepier and sleepier. He was sure he would sleep well tonight and enjoy some wonderful dreams of cheddar cheese. He closed his